Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 449. If you're writing a book or thinking about it or trying to finish a book you've started, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc. Christine-Inc.com. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Every time you state what you want or believe, you're the first to hear it. It's a message to both you and others about what you think is possible. Don't put a ceiling on yourself. Oprah Winfrey. Once again, good morning and happy Friday. It is FAQs Friday around here on the show. Every Friday I answer your frequently asked questions. I almost forgot what FAQ stood for. It's definitely Friday. Frequently asked questions, whatever book-related questions are on your mind. And I do my best to answer them. So here's today's question, and absolutely a timely one. It reads, I know as authors it's good for us to people watch, to go and hang out in public and like coffee shops and just observe how people act, what they do, and how they talk. But obviously now with most of the country still in quarantine and everyone else wearing masks, it makes people watching difficult. Is there any way that we can still keep these skills sharp? And that is an awesome question. And there is, a matter of fact, I actually just thought of this recently while working with one of my book coaching clients. So I came up with a fun little exercise for you to people watch in quarantine. I guess we could call it quarantine people watching. So try this. Find a movie or a TV show that you haven't seen before and pick a scene. Find one that has people interacting, preferably a scene with just two people so you can really focus on that kind of interaction. But the more dramatic, the better. And you could even, I guess you could use a reality show for this, but a dramatic scene in a movie or TV show with two people would be much more preferable. So do that and then grab a notebook and now turn the sound all the way down. That's right. And it's so funny because I think of how growing up, my father, he was a sports reporter for Boston sports teams and watched all the sports games with the sound down. And he always said, I know what they're saying. Well, yeah, he's a reporter. He knew what they were saying. So it was very strange for me to go to a baseball game at Fenway for the first time and realize that baseball has sound because I watched sports with no sound for so long. Anyway, I digress. But you're going to turn the sound down when you're going to watch the movie scene for this exercise. Now watch the scene, and again, it should be one that you've never seen before, so you don't actually know what's happening in the movie or in the movie scene. Watch it. Write down everything you notice that the people are doing. Their facial expressions, body language, behavior, all of the things that you would be noticing, if you were out at a coffee shop in non-quarantine times, people watching, except dialogue, of course. This is a great crash course in watching how people respond and react to each other. Because remember, actors are specifically trained to react to one another more than anything. Acting is reacting. So whatever you see, especially if it's a quality movie or TV show, hopefully you choose a quality one, it's most likely pretty authentic in terms of the actors' reactions to each other. Now, in addition to acting as a kind of crash sociology 101 course, as well as a refresher in the art of storytelling, always good to watch movies and TV shows to refresh, your knowledge of storytelling and arcs and all those good things, 3-act storytelling. But this exercise will also help to build up your writing toolbox with new ways. It'll give you new ways to describe facial expressions, body mannerisms, and reactions. The more you can expand your vocabulary in these areas, the less likely you will be to fall into cliches. Like, for instance, all your characters' jaws constantly dropping to the ground whenever they're shocked about something. The more you watch how people respond to one another, even fictitious people, here in quarantine, the stronger your author muscles will be in this area of your writing. Happy to answer that question and any other questions you have. Easiest way would be the contact page of my website, Christine-Ink.com. Would love to answer your question in the future. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Ink Authors group on Facebook and let us know how it's going, how we can support you. And for all of my listeners here in the States, I hope you all have a safe and happy and hopefully relaxing Independence Day weekend. Until tomorrow, happy writing.